Hi Taurus, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your mid-June 2025 love reading. Thank you to those of you who have liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new, the channel is what we have in front of us. It's what I call the Bridge and the Gap spread, and the way it works is a look at the past, present, future energies between you and your main love interest. We'll also pull oracle cards to help with the Bridge and the Gap dynamic. As far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, on the right side we have the Romantic Tarot. And also keep in mind it's a general reading, so I'm going to be referring to the cards on the left as your energy and the cards on the right as the other person's. If you feel you have to take way around your situation, then definitely trust that. Alright, so with all that out of the way, we'll get started. Past energy on your side, we have the Prince of Arrows. So this is a Gemini energy here, and we do see the name Cupid on the card as well. So this could just be saying in the past you might have actually approached this person and expressed your feelings toward them. If so, it could have even just been recently, given that we're still in Gemini season. But that's what I see with that. Alright, past energy on their side, we have the Four of Wands. So yeah, so to me this says that they saw potential for the two of you to be in a long-standing commitment as well. So it definitely seems like there was a mutual attraction toward each other in the past. Alright, in the present energy on your side, we have the Nine of Coins. So this is Virgo energy here, and it's usually an energy that points more to independence. So, I mean, even if we look at the body language here, obviously pointed toward the cards on their side here, just more forward facing here. So it could just be saying that maybe now you could just be more focused on your finances and actually enjoying your independence at this time versus putting energy toward this connection. Present energy on their side, we have Justice. So this is actually the major arcana card for Libra. And to see this, to me, says that they might see your energy and they might reciprocate in that same way, right? So, you know, I don't necessarily feel like it's in a way to be petty or anything. I just feel like they really do feel like, oh, okay, it seems like Taurus is focused on doing their own thing. Okay, well, I'll focus on doing my own thing for the time being as well, you know? So it could just be one of those things. If you start focusing on your own thing versus putting energy toward the connection, you might notice that they might seem withdrawn as well because they figure, all right, well, it looks like Taurus needs their space. Let me give them their space. So even though they might not necessarily want to do that, I feel like it's just more of the disposition that they would take in the scenario. All right, future energy on your side, we have the Princess of Coins. So this is the equivalent of the Page of Pentacles. And if we look at the artwork there, again, body language, now the back is completely turned, right? We see the large pentacle there, but if we look at the facial expression, they don't necessarily look all that happy, right? So it could just be one of those things. I can see it's playing out a couple of different ways. For some of you, it could just be saying that as you focus more, let's say, on your finances and individual goals, you might actually find that helps you in those areas, but you might still feel like the energy within the connection with this person is lacking, right? Because maybe by putting so much focus on those things, that might have led to an imbalance with this side of the situation as far as the connection with that person. However, you just could also just be saying that even though your feelings might be growing for this person as time goes on, you might start to lose a little bit of faith that you could actually turn this into more of a committed partnership. All right, and future energy on their side, we have the King of Pentacles. So yeah, so again, I'm getting a similar theme here as far as, you know, like I said, it seemed like once you pull away to focus on your more independent type of energies and goals, it seems like this person would be able to mirror that. And then I'm getting the same theme here, right? Again, we see the pentacles on your side, and now we see it on their side as well. So yeah, it's just one of those things where, let's say if you were saying, oh, well, I want to focus on my career, but I hope that this person still, you know, keeps the situation rolling with me, you might be disappointed in that regard because it just seems like they'll take it as, oh, okay, I guess Taurus needs their space. I'll let them do their own thing. I'll do my own thing. So, you know, I feel like it might be a little bit more of like a forced independence on their part because they feel like it's the right thing to do based on how you're coming toward the connection. But at the same time, I feel like if you didn't necessarily expect that reaction out of them, then you might feel a little bit disappointed in that regard. All right, so Bottom of the deck on your side, we have Fortune. So this is actually Jupiter energy here, and Jupiter is basically going to be in Cancer for the next year now. So it could be pointing to that as far as just saying that maybe this was why you might have been more focused on finances, right? Given that you've had Jupiter moving through Gemini, which is your second house of finances, and maybe it's saying that now, okay, it's progressing to Cancer energy, which is more about communication. So you might even start to get signs and synchronicities either through music or maybe through dreams that might guide you as to how to approach the connection with this person. Right. And bottom of the deck on their side, we have the Seven of Wands. So this is Leo energy here. And yeah, if you look at the artwork here, this seems to point to people reuniting, right? So maybe there was even some physical distance between the two of you, right? So at the very least, it seemed like maybe emotional distance because, again, like I said, it seems like you might have focused more on career and finance goals, and that could have driven a bit of a wedge between the two of you on the more emotional side of things. So it could just be saying that maybe, once you get guidance on how to approach this connection, it might take until Leo season for some of you, but you could start to see the improvement there as far as the two of you might come back together. So this might even been more of a natural busy cycle that the two of you have been going through. It could just be saying if that's the case that as we get closer to Leo season, that should clear up and you'll be able to actually reconnect with each other on a more emotional level. We'll see what the Oracle cards add to the mix. First, we'll see what we get from the Messages of Love Oracle card deck. I'm just going to give this a few shuffles. All right, I'll just take this card here, get this out of the way, and next I'll do the same thing with the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. I'll get this a few shuffles. All right, and I'll take this card, get this out of the way, and we'll take a look at the Messages of Love card first. All right, we have regret. It says someone feels remorse for the way they treated you. So interesting message there, right? Because like I said, I truly do feel like when this person withdraws, as you start to focus more on yourself, I don't feel like for the majority of you, it's them deliberately, like let's say, oh, I'm going to get back at Taurus because they pulled away. Now I'm going to pull away. It did seem like it was more of them feeling like they were doing the right thing. But maybe they might start to realize as time goes on, like, okay, maybe that was overkill, right? Or for some of you, like I said, maybe this could be some of you feeling like, okay, maybe I took it too far, or more focused on career goals and now it's driven a wedge in a relationship. So I could see that potentially going either way there. But all right, from the Wisdom Oracle deck, we have Orphaned. There's the artwork, and the number is 5. So yeah, so just that alone could be an indicator that, yeah, like I said, maybe this was one of those things that might have started out with good intentions, but then it might have gone a bit too far to where the two of you felt too separated from each other. But we'll see what it says in the book. All right, the relationship message says as you shift and evolve and commit to your own growth, you long for support, but may be disappointed and hurt by others who are not providing what you feel you deserve. Perhaps you are drifting away from this relationship because you're in a different stage of personal growth. Perhaps you are in a new relationship and discovering that you don't share the same values and beliefs, so you feel left out, unable to get to that intimate place of safety and belonging. Take heart, as Spirit knows you and loves you, and will steer you in the direction of those who accept you as you are without artifice or agenda. Don't compromise yourself to belong. It won't be worth the price. So yeah, definitely an interesting message there, right? Because there were some parts of that that seemed to point to what could have happened here. Or like I said, when it mentions duos, you commit to your own growth, right? Like I said, for somebody that could have been the Nine of Coins energy, where you said, okay, I'm going to put more focus toward my finances, my career. And like I said, he might have felt unsupported because, again, I still feel like for the majority of you, they really were doing it with good intentions, thinking that, oh, it looks like Taurus needs space. Okay, I'll give them space. Whereas maybe you were open for them to still be present in the connection, but just let you pursue what you needed to pursue. So if that's the case, it might at the very least require some communication between the two of you. But yeah, like I said, it looks like there is at least a possibility for the two of you to get things back on track, even if it takes a little bit longer into the summer. Well, in the northern hemisphere it is. But hoping there was any of you guys wrap up there, and I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.